We are talking about King Charles III, of course, and Queen Camilla are continuing their first state visit to the U.S. through Thursday.
And Americans will be glued to the monarch's tour across Washington, D.C., New York City, and Virginia, which marks the first royal visit since 2007, when Queen Elizabeth II was hosted by former President George W. Bush.
And get this, King Charles also has visited the U.S. 19 times as the Prince of Wales, according to Buckingham Palace. And who knows who he's visited before than this guy right here. So we get to welcome back in our host chat, of course, our royal watcher friend, Fred Weintraub. Fred, it is good to see you again. Always fantastic frames, Fred. You always bring the style. It's good to see you again.
Well, I'm always glad to be on the Morning Blend and see you guys.
Oh,
thank you.
Thanks.
Glad you're here, Fred. Okay, so let's get into it. We know that the king has been busy over here. What can he do, really and truly? Is it just about the pomp and circumstance, or can he do something to strengthen the relationship between the U.S. and Great Britain?
Well, you've seen all week that there's been great pomp and circumstance, and whether you're in Britain or whether you're in the UK, anytime King Charles or the late Queen come, there is going to be great state dinners, pomp and circumstance, 21 gun salutes, everything you could expect. But really, we're in a fractured period of time with King Charles in the UK and the President of the United States. So publicly, what you've seen all week is everything seems rosy on the outside. And quite frankly, I think President Trump really likes King Charles and Queen Camilla. But behind the scenes, the fracture is that they're not happy, meaning the United States is not happy with the UK, and they're really not happy with the Prime Minister. And what they're not happy about is the Prime Minister has come out to say that we're not getting into this war or helping with this war against Iran, which has irritated, as you can imagine, the President of the United States, because he believes, and the world believes, that Britain is our strongest ally. And so it's created friction. And so the person who has come across this week to try to make things right is King Charles. And what you're going to see is, you're going to see great teas and you're going to see a great dinner, but the news that's happening all week is the news that's happening behind the scenes. When they have a private meeting, which they will over the next few days. Okay. The speech, of course, that happened in Congress. Yes. And, people ask all the time two things. Does King Charles have any power? And while as he is not a government official, he appoints it's his government, but behind the scenes, just like a silk pocket square, he can weave in and out and have conversations that the three of us would love to be able to listen into.
Yeah, he can finesse.
Yeah, he will finesse his way through what's going on because he wants the relationship to be better. I also say all the time, here's how you know what's happening around the world. In the UK, in London, get into a black cab and talk to the cab drivers, because the cab drivers will tell you exactly what is going on. And what they're saying right now is, I would never be coming here to do a trip, because they're mad. The UK is mad. And what they're mad about is the President of the United States could put tariffs on Europe. What that really boils down to is our pocketbooks. If you live in the UK, if you live in London, the cost of energy, the cost of electricity is going to continue to go up.
So they're not happy he's here.
So the UK people privately, they're not happy that he's here. And if you would compare him to the late Queen Elizabeth, she would never have come over at this time because there's too much friction. But leave it to King Charles, who's like, I'm going to go there. I know how to finesse it. Yeah. I know exactly what to do. And then I'll go back in my private meeting with the Prime Minister. Right. I'll tell him what's going on and what we have to do to make it right if we can.
I love it. I think it's fantastic. Hey, by the way, real quick, no chance of seeing Harry, right? You don't think that they're going to be quick behind the closed doors trying to reconnect with his son?
King Charles does not call me and tell me what he's doing when he's not in public. I think he should too. That being said, I don't think that there's a chance that could happen. I think that, do not lose sight of the fact he's 77 years old. He's fighting through cancer, which I think
Yes.
he is doing. All reports are that he's doing reasonably well.
Right, but
he
still,
hasn't seen his grandkids
that's a
in America
scare.
for a long
Wow.
time,
That was a
which is a
scare.
whole nother episode and story.
Got to reconnect
I want to keep
families.
talking with you, Fred. You are fascinating, of course, and then the king, I should say, is not going to visit his favorite daughter-in-law. Probably not while he's over here either. Side visit with
He's
Meghan.
not.
But we would love to keep talking with you, but we got to move on to our menu today. So thank you so much for your
Thanks
time.
for stopping in.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. Okay, let's